I feel people see with their eyes too much in nature.
The feeling of the wind or the sound of the leaves rustling.
Ravens cawing back and forth, they're telling jokes. We are made of air, water, minerals.
Walking, I'm listening, I'm looking, smelling to understand better how this land exists.
I'm a fourth-generation ranch owner.
I am a land steward of the Southern Sierra Miwok Nation.
I'm a farmer.
Conservation warrior.
Third-generation farmer.
I'm an engineer and a beginning farmer.
In California, 90% of the land base is made up of natural and working landscapes that are tended by farmers and ranchers and land stewards. Everything from the air that we breathe to the water that we drink is influenced by land management and careful stewardship of those precious resources.
We created the Roots program because we saw groups have had trouble accessing conservation resources, and the Roots program was created with a vision to help fill those gaps.
Point Blue and the Roots program has been very helpful bridging the gap for us between conventional farming and now what we know through research and study, and really working with the land.
We, as Indigenous people, look at this landscape as our relative. We're really trying to figure out how to work together and how can we weave Indigenous knowledge into conservation efforts. Working with Point Blue has been really amazing because they support that weaving of our knowledges together.
At Point Blue, we're all given the title of scientists, but I see myself as a relationship builder.
People are learning that there are public-private partnerships here where we can be successful in working together.
That's the power of partnerships and perspectives and all coming together to look at a landscape, contemplate the ecosystem.
I'm thrilled to be able to invite biologists onto our land and invite the conversation.
The planning process with Point Blue was amazing. We worked together on a pretty extensive spreadsheet where we looked at not only the different projects, but also the resources required for each of the individual projects. I love spreadsheets.
The Roots program and Point Blue has been instrumental for our management related to soil science, avian species, and wildlife habitat.
We're replanting native species, taking out invasive species, and getting those ecological systems back into good health because that's what the land needs, but it's also what we need.
Mother Nature loves biodiversity.
We create
Restoration projects.
Owl boxes.
Pollinator attracting hedgerows.
We are building resilience in a water supply in California.
STRA is Students and Teachers Restoring a Watershed. Our goal is to continue to deepen that connection with the community. I think our intention and our relationship matters 100%.
The work that I do is for the perpetuation of culture. It's for the perpetuation of these relatives, both plants and animals, so that they have a home into the future.
We are all connected by the air we breathe.
We are connected with the soil.
We're connected by Mother Earth,
Wildlife and habitat.
To our ancestors through the land.
We are connected by nature and the ecosystem.
We are the ecosystem.
Nosotros somos el ecosistema.
We play a big part of the ecosystem because it is our responsibility to preserve our land and do the restoration work for our future generations.
As long as I'm around and I'll become the older wise one of this stewardship, nothing will ever happen to this land. And I hope I will teach my kids to protect it like my parents did. They'll see these trees grown from acorns. They'll take their kids and say, look what my grandma did.